collaboration, cooperation. Creating positive change for the benefit of all peoples across the Pacific region. Between 13 and 16 August, over 60 participants gathered in Natadola, Fiji for a special 4-day event, the Pasai's 22nd Congress. Pasai, or the Pacific Association of Supreme Audit Institutions, supports public auditors around the Pacific in their role of questioning governments about the way public funds are spent in their countries. Pasai is also one of 7 regional bodies in the worldwide Intusai community who work together to raise the capacity, transparency, accountability, and independence of Supreme Audit Institutions, or SAIs, across the globe. The Congress is Pasai's supreme authority. Consisting of 27 Pasai members, the Congress endorses Pasai's strategic direction and provides guidance to Pasai's governing board on attaining Pasai's vision and objectives. Every year, the Congress is hosted by a Pasai member. It's the calendar highlight of the year, enabling members to get together in both formal and informal settings to share ideas and resources. After Pasai's 21st Governing Board meeting took place on 12th August, Pasai's 22nd Congress was hosted by the Office of the Auditor General for the Republic of Fiji at the Intercontinental Fiji Golf Resort and Spa on 13 to 16 August 2019. Bright and early on 13 August, the Congress attendees began to arrive. 19 member SAIs. Many representatives of the development partner organizations and international bodies who support the work of Pasai in meeting its strategic plan. Several subject matter experts on global issues and initiatives such as climate change, gender equality, and the implementation of SDGs. Observers were welcomed in to hear the discussions. And last but not least, Pasai Secretariat team and of course, the hosts of the Congress, the staff of Fiji's Office of the Auditor General, including the Auditor General himself, Mr. Ajay Nunn. Each year, it is the host SAI's role to choose the theme for Congress. SAI Fiji's choice was SAI's Contribution to Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, and with good reason. Several of Pasai's 27 members have been generally involved in the cooperative audit on preparedness for the implementation of the SDGs designed by Intusai bodies IDI and KSC. The results of the Global Cooperative Audit on Preparedness were presented to the UN in New York City in July 2019. So, Pasai's 2019 was the ideal time to continue discussing and identifying priorities for the region as the UN's 2030 agenda approaches. Meanwhile, other Pasai stakeholders, including new and established development partners such as the EU, UNDP, DFAT, MFAT, and IDI, to learn about Pasai's progress, SDGs, while also contributing to the discussions. Of particular interest was one major question. Now that the audit for preparedness to implement the SDGs was completed, how could SAIs move forward to auditing the implementation itself? And so, after chairmanship of the Pasai Governing Board handed over from Mr. Grant Hehir, Auditor General of Australia, to Fiji's Auditor General Mr. Ajay Nunn, the central theme of the Congress was introduced by the Speaker of the Fijian Parliament, the Honorable Ratu Epeli Nailatikau. In an impressive and inspiring summary, the Speaker emphasized how the implementation of the 2030 Agenda relies on good governance along with the qualities underlined by SDG 16: openness, transparency, and inclusivity. It relies on the whole community having the resources and unwavering will to implement change, he said, adding, "It is no longer business as usual." Attendees heard from organizations, innovators, and SAIs from around the region on the many initiatives being undertaken to implement far-reaching SDG strategies, particularly those relating to the region's biggest challenges: gender equality, SDG 5, and climate change, SDG 13. On gender issues, Sandra Berklau of UN Women reported that domestic violence rates in the Pacific are among the highest in the world, with 60% of women and 40% of girls below the age of 15 suffering domestic abuse. At less than 8%, women are underrepresented in government and leadership positions, and women and girls are more affected by climate change, natural disasters, and economic pressures. As for those climate change issues, UNDP's Mortaza Juwanji told Congress that the Pacific is in a constant change of recovery after several natural disasters, and that SAIs can play a greater role in helping identify risks and plan for their mitigation. Among other SAIs who presented their findings during the preparedness audit, SAI Tonga spoke of their SDGs radar system displaying the levels of preparedness they audited in a simple but effective chart that quickly and effectively demonstrates what had already been done and what still needs to be improved. Without exception, all speakers and Pasai development partners talked about the far-reaching importance of the SDGs and supporting Pasai in its work in this area. Everyone spoke, too, of the role that SAI can play in questioning governments about their plans to implement the SDGs and monitoring progress against those plans. The tone of collaboration rang through it all, but everyone also acknowledged the challenges ahead. For instance, even though Pacific leaders have committed again and again over recent years to implementing SDGs in Pacific nations, the 17 SDGs represent cross-flowing issues that may require innovative audit approaches. A single SDG can impact horizontally across many different ministries' plans, policies, and budgets, and vertically across different governance levels, so a comprehensive approach is essential. In addition, SAIs recognize the issue of fitting in SDGs with current SAI priorities as well as difficulties in accessing and obtaining data that is held in multiple forms and locations and with different stakeholders. So how does Pasai aim to help its member SAIs to meet those challenges? Firstly, Archana Shirsat, Deputy Director General of Intusai Development Initiative (IDI), offered the IDI SDG Audit Model or ISAM as a tool to use, and the SAI has offered suggestions for adaptations and improvements. She also pointed out that auditing implementation is neither easy nor obligatory, and SAIs must decide for themselves whether they want to continue down that path with IDI support. She used an African proverb as guidance. If you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk far, walk together. Then it was time for Survivor Fiji, a debate delivered by Pasai Secretariat to analyze and present SAI-specific capacity building needs both generally and in readiness for audits of SDG implementation. These SAI needs will be delivered via Pasai's new approach for the second half of its 2014 to 2024 strategic plan, offering the right support at the right time in the right way. The Congress also heard updates on other tools that help SAIs manage and improve their performance in key areas such as the SAI Performance Management Framework and the Intu-SAINT Integrity Self-Assessment Model. All agreed that great progress had been made with the rollout of these and other regional initiatives. Of course, Congress was not all business only. Participants enjoyed a wonderful Fijian welcome home from all involved, including a motivational speech from Fiji Sevens coach Garrett Baber on how to lead world-class team while honoring all local and personal cultural influences, and a traditional dinner with the citizens of Sanasana village that included a very non-traditional birthday cake for one of the attendees. On Friday, 16 August, Congress closed to the beautiful singing of a choir made up of Sanasana village members and Fijian attendees from the Secretariat and Fiji's Office of the Auditor General. Their harmonies truly reflected the spirit of the Congress. And working together across all sectors, bodies and initiatives during the safer, happier, and balanced world envisioned in the 2030 agenda. We hope you enjoyed your peek into Pasai's 22nd Congress. We look forward to the next year's 23rd Pasai Congress to be hosted by SAI Palau. For now, from Fiji, Vinaka Vakalevu, and see you next year.